Possible abuse cases for Perenation? Well, I can't think of any. I mean, surely players won't just play Perenation on signature spells and then have Teferi's Protection be the only instant or sorcery in their deck for mana value 3. Right? Players wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to their opponents, right? They wouldn't put them through that. That would be horrible. Surely they wouldn't. Exactly what we did, of course. So today we're playing Perenation, which has the following. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof and indestructible counter. Then we're playing Signature Spells, which is a card that we're going to return with this, which says, when it enters, you seek 2 instant or sorcery cards with mana value 3, and you exile them. And then at the beginning of the upkeep, you may copy the exiled card, and you may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. We're playing Teferi's Protection. It's the only thing we're going to cast again and again and again. It says, until your next turn, your life total can change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control face out. So, in order for them to get rid of signature spells, they need to target signature spells during our turn, during our upkeep, which is the only time anything can be targeted. Ever. But at that point, when it faces back, the hexproof counter and indestructible counter remains on it. Because facing, they don't really leave. They're there, but they're not there. If you know what I'm saying, which means that a hexproof counter and indestructible counter stays on the signature spells even though it's phased out, which means they can never schnoon us, and we've achieved immortality. Great. So how do we get this pile to work? Well, we need to keep in mind that if we at some point actually want to win, we could just do this for the memes, and then this is enough to have this, which is cool. But then I thought maybe we should consider also winning the deck at some point and not just annoy our opponents. So I put in Creative Outburst and Magma Opus because they're instants, which means we can cast them with this. And then I put in also Mastermind's Acquisition. We can go into the sideboard and we can play Approach the Second Sun. How do we even play the Approach the Second Sun? Well, if you have a High Fate Trickster, which has Flash and gives everything Flash, then we can play it. And then we can actually have some ways of winning with this deck. So, how do we get the signature spells in the graveyard? We do it with a Lively Dirge or Tainted Indulgence. The Lively Dirge can, of course, search for the signature spells, and we can also search for the Perenation, because it's a little bit difficult to cast in this deck. Even though we can cast it off these treasures, it's often easier to just go Meeseeks Mastery and cast it from the graveyard that way. And Meeseeks Mastery, of course, also synergize well with both Creative Outburst and Magma Opus. We have Waterlogged Teachings, which can search for all these different targets here. And that's pretty much it. It's a little bit of a complicated deck. Let's jump into the games. Immortality. Is it just a dream? Or can it be achieved? Find out today. Find out. Mulligan. Triple Mulligan. Have to keep. This isn't great, but on the other hand, hit good. Hit good, right? Get to draw 2 cards from this Magma Opium. That's pretty good. And Adra Melek sounds very, I don't know, Hebrew or something. Sounds like it could be a demon or an angel or something in a Diablo game or something. Ether Channeler, okay. Returns the treasure. Oh, what a stab in the back. What a back in the stab. In that case, I think we keep the Magma Opus and just Meeseeks next turn. It's gonna be insane, okay. Gains 1 life. Put Yorin in hand, maybe? No. In Schneeps. 4 damage divided as you choose. Well, I can choose to deal 1 here, 2 here. That's pretty nice. And the Cenote Scout. I've actually been to Mexico. I've seen an actual cenote, which is just a... it's gonna sound weird when I say it. It's a wet hole! It's a cave! Cave, Chris! Please don't say wet hole, it's a cave! Cave, it's a cave! It's a cave, alright? Okay? A cenote is a cave. in Mexico. Anyways, the music's master. Yep. One, badang. Submit 3. And permanent's a tap. Oh, that thing is getting tapped. Badoosh. The perfect magma opus. Getting rid of his entire board and drawing us the cards that we need, right? And now we can get a thing in the graveyard. Frogifies that, okay. I see. Well, we can play you. Wait. We can play this for 6. We cannot play this for 6. I was kidding. We can play this for 3. And Badoosh. And that way we get the signature spells in the graveyard. So now we're like halfway there, right? Great treasure. And I mean, we're getting there. Slowly. I mean, immortality can't just be achieved easily, right? It's gonna be difficult. We can search for the Perenation in our deck. Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah, let's keep up. Adramelech, Prosperous Inchneep's Channeler, and Overwhelmed Apprentice. Okay. Scrying. And milling 2 cards whenever this creature enters. Okay, it's gonna be able to do that twice. Double the millings, but that gives us more targets, so I should really want to do that. But milling is actually a way they could get us with this strategy, because we have no protection for our library actually with this strat. So we need to be a little bit each upon. Oh, it also says each. If it said target, then it wouldn't have worked against us, but each actually does work. We might need a way of shuffling back also. Is this not perfect protection in every way? Okay. And we'll put down you. And we'll do no attacks. And this thing, hexproof indestructible signature spells with a Teferi's protection under, does protect against everything except for mill, which is the only thing he's playing. Okay, fine. Other Channeler. Can we get rid of that somehow? Well, we can play this, the Magma Opus. Don't have enough manas for it, but at some point we will, right? Sure. We'll cast you, and then we'll also cast this. Sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we draw a land, we can play the Magma Opus. Okay, great. Solve this, draw a card. Perfect. Main phase. Put it down. Absolutely amazing. Okay, Gallic Readers. And the Overwhelmed Apprentice, though. It's slowly milling us. It's only 2 cards per time it does this, but it's adding up. We need to get rid of it immediately. Need to get rid of that Overwhelmed Apprentice. Okay. Badang, badang, badoosh. Submit 3. Tap you, tap you. Sure. Auto pay. And resolve all. Does he have a counter? We get our duders. We resolve this. And unless he has more millers, I think we're vulnerable. Again, unless he has anything. That's oh, by the way, we can't even pay for these. Your life total can't change, so we cannot pay 2 life. I didn't know it worked that. I thought you could still pay life. Yeah, that effect, but apparently you can't. Interesting. And Banoinkers. We will cast this. It's gonna be a bit slow until we draw into something we can use here. Little bit slow. We could, wait, we could just not play though. He doesn't have anything on the board. That's true. We decline this. And then we play. That's here. We play. How do we win this? Can play the. Now we need to play the high Fae, right? Because we need to have that. So we do this on the Perenation, and the Perenation returns the Fae, right? Amazing. Now everything has flash, so now we can return the Me6 Mastery to our hand. Great. Smack him for a little bit of smacks there also. Yeah, everything's set up now. We have the High Fate Trickster, we have the signature spells. They're both indestructible and hexproof. Okay. Snooze that little dude is right there. And now I think the lock is activated. I think we got him. The Fairy's Protection. We do full control mode there. So in response to this, what I want to do... Oh, by the way, I can do overload. By the way... by the way, that's a lot of overloading. Okay. 4 damage. Yes. Tap these two. Yes. Submit. Inverting Vent. That would be nice. Searching. And then this. And this. And... Submit 1. A lot of targets here, sure. Did you need that invulnerability, Chris? I needed it. I definitely needed that invulnerability. 5 damage there. I needed to feel safe before I won. That's what I needed. Okay. And tap you. Sure. Submit. We need this. We need to go outside. We need to go this. Sure. Sure. Okay. Amazing. A little bit of a stack here. Let's resolve everything. There's 10 spells here coming in. Not a big deal. Or anything. Outside the game, we want that Masterminds. Bashnoons. 5 damage. Sure. Well, why did I take a lander? I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. You didn't need any of those cards anyways. Okay. What do we want there? Outburst maybe? More damage? Slowly resolving this. Slowly resolving. Yep. In source a Perenation. Great. Outburst. Great. And 4 damage there. Oh, that's actually not lethal. But luckily... Luckily, 6 cards we need to discard. We can discard all the lands. Land, and the Lively Dirges. And the Perenation. And the Indulgence, and the Signature Spells. Great. Amazing! Amazing, amazing! He cannot do anything. It is impossible to interact with us. In any way, shape, or form. Great game. This is what Magic should be. This is what Magic should be. Okay. In response to this, we can deal 5 damage and win here, so we'll do that. Bashmax. Bashmax. Oh, we even get to check the card before we win. Nice. Got him. That was pretty good, but... Can we do it again and do it faster? Faster, harder, stronger. Scooter. Might be able to scooter. This with no discard feels a little bit weird. Also having Teferi's Protection is kind of like having a card which we can never use. So this is a hand. This is a hand which I guess we will have to keep because We don't want the mulligan even more, probably. Okay. Sir Vale. And wanted that card. I see. I see. Well, we can ship the Magma Opus. Probably what they were. And yeah. Yeah. Pile of random cards? No, this makes sense in my head. When I put this together, it made sense, but now that I see it in my hand, it doesn't make as much sense anymore. Maybe just put this down on the tappers. Gold Vine pick, that when this combo I shall play, create a treasure token. Yeah, it's gonna work out for him this time. Picklock pranks. Oh, it's a fairy deck. An actual fairy deck. Well, could we get this fairy to... We could block this fairy. So that's something, okay. I will take a little bit of schmacks, we create a treasure, and we my turns it. We could play a trickster and block his prankster. But then again, why don't we just... What are we doing with this hand? What are we doing with this hand? Okay, so we could search for Meeseeks and play this just to get rid of his board to buy ourselves a little bit of time. I mean, we could block this guy, but it's only like we're taking one less damage then. I don't know that that's gonna be the most important thing ever. Let's see, where's the Meeseeks? There it is, okay. Yeah. It's a slow deck. It's a slow burner, this deck. I mean, on the other hand, we have pretty good protection when we start popping off. We have protection from everything. Our life total cannot change. And the permanent is indestructible. And everything. Okay. Upkeep, each player draws a card. Sure. And I lose 1 life point. That's okay. So let's see. This is 2 or fewer. So we need to do this. Magma Opus. And we do this and this. And then we tap you and you. And we do 2, 2. And we create a 4/4 elemental. And we drew some cards. We're in a little trouble. We don't have any life gain. But on the other hand, when we eventually at some point get off the combo, which definitely will happen, then we cannot take any damage, right? So our life total will then be irrelevant. At that one point, Goldvein pick on the prankster. Might be happening. Cookie Bandit. What is he cooking up? House meld? Okay, interesting. Never seen this. Shot when they put the battery under your control. Gotta be a really specific point where this is actually really good. When your opponent plays a creature which is actually good on your side if it was an enchantment. Quite... Do we block with this? Man, we drew lands though. We drew lands. Yeah, okay. Put this tapped. Yeah, we'll have to try and block the prankster, I guess. Luckily, he's playing a very slow deck. If he was playing anything fast. Then this creature attacks. Target instant sorcery card in your graveyard against flashback. Okay. And we'll play you. Probably have to do this to not die here. Coming turns. And I can't play the masterminds now from our graveyard. So that's something. Or we can search. Probably a searching is better. Do we play it to Fierce Protection as the buyers of the turn and not take any damage? And then we can Snapcast Fierce Protection a turn. Oh, it exiles itself. God darn. God darn! Probably Magma Opus is the play. Yeah. Not looking great, I wouldn't say. Not looking great. We'll see though. Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Okay. Yeah, that means we are dead here. Cookie Bandit. Got us. He got us. I think this deck was a little bit too complicated for its own best, honestly. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hello, Daniel!
And you are?
It's me, the YouTube algorithm.
And well, what are you doing here?
I'm just here to take those views.
No, those are my views.
Oh, I can explain to you, senor. You see, you have subs 0% and non-subs 100%. That's why you can take all your views.
I guess it's time that you check out the little thing down there.